This is just a brief note in the continuation of what will be a long series of Have You Lived a Life Worthy of Note? In a previous episode, I pointed out that I was published for the first time in Sports Illustrated in 1968, as you can see. And I told you that they really badly stole and butchered an article. This is taken from, I think it was either Stuart or Stan Rosenblum's sports article, page 58, San Francisco Examiner, June 5th, 1968, so it's before my 14th birthday. Now, to most of you, you'll go like, oh, that's an old, yellowing, 50-year-old piece of newspaper. But see, in the real world of media, this newspaper had a total readership, because you count everybody who reads the paper, not just the people who buy it. It's usually read by at least 3 to 4 people after it's bought. And so, in those times, or in modern times, this is the same as getting, like on Facebook, somewhere in the neighborhood of 5 to 20 million shares. It would be 20 million would be closer to the real percentage of population in America. It'd be 20 million shares in America. So still yet, this particular article was read, and eventually, if you include Sports Illustrated, we're talking about, it's the equivalent. To you, it looks like nothing but an old, kind of rusty looking. Actually, I was looking for another document last night. When I came across this, I didn't even know it was still in existence. And I'm going to read it off to you, although you can see it clearly there, but I'm not being stable enough for so that I know there's one person, Hola 305, who will go back and compare it to the Sports Illustrated article that was on the Famous People page. Bev Kruger, wife of the big San Francisco 49er tackle, is grateful there are no more little Krugers back home in Texas. Actually, well, that's right, because at the time my sister was with us. She couldn't begin to keep a balanced family budget, astute as she is at it. You notice this is nothing like what the Sports Illustrated people wrote. They just made up a whole new article, and we're about to come up on how they misspelled my brother's name, because Stuart misspelled it on the first go-around. They added another letter to it. She couldn't begin to keep a balanced family budget, astute as she is at it. A year ago, Charlie's little brother, Rolf, which they spell with an E, which there is, and they say Sports Illustrated put an N on it, Rolfin, showed up for a brief stay. A robust 6'5". No, he wasn't. He was 6'3.5". And they turned him from 245 pounds into about 260 pounds in that one summer of just gluttony and doing nothing. So that's an incorrect. That's another lie, but my brother was telling the lie. My brother Charlie is a liar. So is my brother Rolf. A robust 6'5", 245 pounds with an appetite to match. The other day, Charlie's littlest brother, Kent, became a house guest. And even the San Francisco tackle, a sizable 6'4.5", 255 pounder, was made to look like a midget, both in heft and at the breakfast table. Only 13. Kent is 6'3". That's not correct. I was almost 6'4". Only 13. Kent is 6'3", 265 pounds with a 50-inch chest and a 40-inch waist. Mrs. K rustled up 20 eggs for breakfast, and Charlie barely managed to edge in for a share in 3 of them. The 49ers should maybe be considering the start of a chicken ranch. That's an inside Texas joke. As y'all know, the best little whorehouse in Texas was referred to as the chicken ranch. Inside joke here, people. Chicken ranch, so they'll be ready for the young Kruger when he's draftable. From the time I was 8 years old, they were writing. Actually, My brother Charlie had already gotten his first All-American just before I was born. They were anticipating my birth. You football fags were all over me. Y'all were all over my ass. I hated football. Absolutely hated football. But I was damn good at it. And you fuckers pursued me. And the bitches blowed me. And people put money in my pocket. And car keys in my pocket. Reefer in my pocket. So that's why I played ball. But I thought I'd show you the original. And how much different it is from the Sports Illustrated one, which really kind of botched it up, turned it into a really different story. But in here, at least they pointed out that I made my brother Charlie look like a midget. Actually, by age 13, my brother Charlie was already terrified of him. He was afraid of getting in it. Because I already called him out when I know I'm going too long here. When I was 8 years old, I'd already boxed on TV. I told you the story before, and I called him out in the driveway for a fight, and he talked his way out of that fight because I was swinging awful close to his nutsack. So I'm going to end it here at just a little over 6 minutes, and I want you to ask yourself, all you people out there struggling on social media, have you really lived a life worthy of note? Or have you just been generating your own notes and sharing them with 5,000 people who don't know you, who then share it with 5,000 people who don't know